Hello, and welcome back to PUCL's PDL for 2024 in my first match of the second half of the season with me, GigaSaurusGames. And for the second half of the season, my type that I'm required to bring is... Where's the name? Steel! Which actually is super easy for me, because I'm just bringing Mega Mile every week anyway. Because we're in the second half of the season, we now could make team changes. However, I did not. I was generally happy with the form that my team was in. And this week, I am playing Professor Snag, who is generally a better singles player than I am, and definitely a better draft player than I am. So I'm expecting to lose. But to balance that, we are trying something different, as this is the team that I am bringing. Because for the first time this season, I'm bringing Vikavolt and Vileplume. Vikavolt is because my opponent is required to bring Iron Treads, and I think Vikavolt can handle that well. And I can set up Sticky Web so I can bring Choice Specs and Iron Bundle, so Choice Scarf like I have been the entire season. Hopefully hit harder than my opponent's expecting. And then Vileplume is here just to handle the Wo-Chien on my opponent's team. And so... just need to get the challenge set up. So we can have our match. My opponent is just waiting for me to finish setting up here. They're going to send the challenge to me instead of the other way around. It's nice and easy to find my username after all. So I figure it's easy for my opponent to do that. So if you look at my list here, I'm expecting... Well, I really don't know what I'm expecting. Apparently I forgot to think that far ahead. But Iron Bundle hits most of the team really hard. Most of my opponent's team really hard. I know Iron Treads is coming. I'm expecting Roaring Moon to come. And I'm afraid of Wo-Chien because it's really putting a lot of work in a lot of matches across the league. And also it's one of my opponent's Terra Captains. I don't think they bring Frostmoth, but if they do, even after +1 Quiver Dance, Urshifu single strike so outspeeds the Choice Scarf and Okos with close combat pretty reliably. So here is the team that I am bringing. PDL 2024 versus Snag. And we are underway. That is very loud. Well, I was certainly right about the Wo-Chien. So that the entire reason Vileplume came was because I think it can beat Wo-Chien in a one-on-one. And I don't have a good way to do that otherwise without knowing its exact Terra type. So without Choice Scarf and Iron Bundle, I don't want to lead it every time. But I also don't want to lead Urshifu every time. Vikavolt... Let's see, if I lead Vikavolt... It can threaten a lot of that team somewhat well, outside of the Roaring Moon, or no, sorry, outside of the Rotom Heat, which I can go ahead and just go straight into Latias for, I think. My opponent posted a live link for the match for anyone online who wants to watch. Let's see. Do I like the Vikavolt plan? Because part of my game plan is get rid of... Let's see, what can... Water, ice, water, ice... Actually, does my opponent have a good way to... The things that can beat Iron Bundle under Sticky Web is literally Wo-Chien. So if I can get rid of Wo-Chien, I can bring Iron Bundle pretty safely. Let's lead Vikavolt. I think that's a reasonable plan. If they lead Rotom, I immediately go into Latias. I think it threatens everything else okay. And I brought Vikavolt specifically for this Iron Treads, and I'm carrying friggin' Mudshot. Because it 2-hit KOs Iron Treads. And I sort of came to the conclusion that Bug Buzz more or less hits most of that team outside of, like, the Zapdos, which I can just Volt Switch anyway. So, sure, I can't touch the Rotom, but I also have plenty of switch. I can also just switch from Latias every time. And so instead, I can go for a funny mud shot. And even if they switch out, which they did not, speed drop. Let's see. They probably still outspeed. Vikavolt came for precisely this matchup and nothing else. So my opponent now knows that they died to another mud shot, so they're gonna switch out probably to Rotom or Zapdos. So I double switch to Latias so I can get off a Defog and get rid of the Stealth Rocks. Is my current plan. Yep. So there we go. Go ahead and get rid of the rocks. It would have made some amount of sense for me to spec Vikavolt to outspeed Iron Treads after -1, but I preferred the bulk, so. But my opponent doesn't know that. What did I spec my Vikavolt specifically as? Yeah, heavily defensive, so it could take a hit from the Iron Treads. But yes, normally Iron Treads really should be able to defend against most things Vikavolt can do, but not if I'm carrying Mud Shot specifically. It's not a very powerful move, but it's also not nothing. My opponent has Defiant Zapdos. Do I want to rethink this plan? Might be the reason my opponents think so hard. If they're sure. If they go into Defiant Zapdos, I can just Mistball it. No, I'm just gonna Defog. I think they're gonna into Zapdos. I'm not gonna be happy because now they'll be at +1 evasion because of Defiant. But no, it's a plus attack. I was mixing it in contrary. That's fine. As long as not Choice Scarf Iron Bundle outspeeds anyway, and kills it pretty reliably. I'm not gonna stress about it, though they really should go into Zapdos here because I got Contrary and Defiant mixed up. So Defiant, the Zapdos comes in here for free, sets up and gets +2 attack, unless my opponent's afraid I predicted that, which I was considering it. I did consider Mistballing on the Zapdos switch, so it's somewhat risky to go to Zapdos here. I think if they do, I have to sack Latias to get off a Mistball. Though I also probably just die, so there's that. Yeah, I made a mistake. If Zapdos is Choice Scarfed and comes in and gets a +2, it kind of just wins. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna lose this match. Oh, but they didn't do it. Okay, we're fine. I go into the Mon, whose whole goal here is to beat this Wo-Chien. And I need to remember for next time that Zapdos is Defiant, and I Mistball, so I Mistball in front of the Rotom. That's fine. Let's try and Toxic it. I don't know what Terra type it is. If it's Terra Poison, then I can't Toxic it. But I have no way of knowing yet. And I don't want to Strength Sap if it's going to go to Zapdos. Yeah. No, if it has Ice Spinner, and I believe Iron Treads learns it. Let me check if it learns Ice Spinner. Does it not? Yeah, it does. If it has Ice Spinner, I lose my Vile Plume for no reason. I just go to Vikavolt. That's what Vikavolt is here for. That's fine. Or I just go for Sticky Web. No, Volt Switch is correct. I don't think my opponent can afford to stay in case I Mud Shot. Because if I Mud Shot, then their Spinner is gone, and Rocks are gone. And I don't think it can hurt. It probably can't hurt me meaningfully. Unless it learns a fire move that I'm forgetting about. It does not learn a fire move of any kind. It really cannot hurt me in any way. It has no business staying in. Yep. All right. Let's see. Latias Mist Ball. We're just gonna do the simple thing. Not defogging in front of the Defiant Zapdos a second time. Okay. Let's see here. I Roost. I have a Kohler Berry, so the knockoff won't do much. And Latia sticks around to handle the Rotom again. It's also possible my opponent expects me to defog here and goes into Zapdos now. Which wouldn't be a terrible plan for my opponent, but Roost works well in that situation. Because then I'm at high health and I can Mistball the turn after. Yep, I was right. And now I Mistball. I'm naturally faster, so if it goes first here, I now know it's Choice Scarf. That's what I wanted to know. Cool. Zapdos is Choice Scarfed. Okay. So that also means it never stays in, and I Roost here. Munch Munch. Okay. So I do now know the Zapdos is Choice Scarfed. I kind of thought it might be in this matchup. So The Zapdos needs to be gone. It is faster than everything on my team, and I can't get rid of Sticky Webs. So, that's terrifying. It does, however, not OHKO Vikavolt. It won't OHKO Mawile. Both OHKO in return. I believe in carrying play ref, right? Yeah, I am. So, you know, I have solutions, and I'm Terra Water and Vileplume, so I can Toxic it. But I've got information. So I can't rely on Iron Bundle beating Zapdos. But if Iron Bundle gets onto the field, it probably outspeeds everything in front of it. As long as not the Zapdos, which means I can freely Ice Beam, probably. Hydro Pump secondarily. The Roaring Moon is likely booster speed. So, you know, there's that. But, the more I think about things, the more I wish I'd brought Choice Scarfed Iron Bundle. But I didn't, so, because I wanted to mix it up. My opponent's really trying to figure out if I'm going to defog this turn. I'm not going to. That's fine. I go into Vileplume. I just wanted to get some health on Latias so it could keep switching into Rotom. That was all I wanted to do. Ah, I see. Avatar: The Last Airbender references for the nicknames. Makes sense. I don't remember who Ko is, to be fair, but Toph is obvious. Zahir is obvious. Well, Korra. That's a Korra reference technically, but Hot Man is apparently Fire Nation slang. So that makes sense. I remembered someone in the tournament was doing it, I just didn't remember who. Yeah, my opponent's very much avoiding using their Terra. Probably so I can't predict what it's going to do. Okay. Terra Water. It's going to hit me with a flying move, which I'll live. I can't Strength Zap. That'll make it stronger. Yeah, I just have to stay in here. I'm gonna Toxic. I'll lose my best way to handle Wo-Chien. But I'll put a timer on the Zapdos and start so it has more trouble doing its job. Okay. Sure. In that case, I'll Leech Seed. So Vileplume doesn't stop Wo-Chien quite as well as before now. But it has fewer weaknesses, so... And it already didn't stop Rotom, so that doesn't actually change anything there. I kind of don't see how this Iron Trench does anything to me. Sure, you can do that. Now I'll Toxic. If it Terra Poisons, now I know. Yep. That was expected. But now I can... Alright, I need to check a calculator. Iron Bundle, choice specs, into a Wochien. That is Terra Poison. Hydro Pump is a 2-hit KO, but I'll die to Giga Drain. Okay, don't do that. Mega Mile. Doesn't do much. Yeah, and this is the problem. But now it's weak to Mist Ball. Vikavolt. Thunderbolt's the best thing I can do to it, and I'm not carrying it. I might be able to Mudshot it. I can probably Mudshot it, though. Mudshot it still is nothing. Okay. Good. I'm kind of expecting Protect this turn, because they know Mist Ball kills. If they switch out, they don't have Protect. And then I know Latias beats the Wochien. If they expect Mist Ball, they go into Roaring Moon, in which case Vicol's a good switch-in for that as well. That was correct. I'm not gonna change my plan. I'm gonna Volt Switch. Mudshot hits harder, but not by much. I'm gonna stick with this plan, because Volt Switch will do enough that Mist Ball kills in the following turn. The Wochien is probably faster than me because I've got like no speed investment. Yeah, actually it's guaranteed to be faster than me. So I go into Latias. So I Volt Switch. I go into Latias, and then I need to figure out if I Mist Ball or Aura Sphere. And I almost certainly Aura Sphere, predicting the switch to Roaring Moon. Because Roaring Moon, if it's booster speed, is a threat. At this point, I think more of a threat than the Swochian, though it's close. The Wochian is really hard to break. That's why I liked Vileplume being along, but I have no switch into Galarian Zapdos either, so yeah. Choice Scarf. I should have brought Choice Scarf to Iron Bundle. Oh well. The thing is, I'm okay with Wochian sitting here. I'm not okay with Roaring Moon getting in for free. It's basically what's happened. Is basically the reasoning for the Aura Sphere. Okay, I roost on you. U-turn hurts, but I don't think it did more than half. Oh no, it did 60%. Hold on. Okay. Yep, I know. Ow. This is why I carry Sucker Punch on a Choice Scarf Shoe. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. I needed to call the Zapdos switch in. Tylee makes sense for a Comfey. The problem is now the Roaring Moon wins if it's booster speed. And the fact that I didn't go an Iron Bundle on the Zapdos tells my opponent it's not Choice Scarf, so they probably know that. Yeah, this is a loss. Because the Roaring Moon really should be booster speed. This is why I brought Choice Scarf Iron Bundle every week so far, because I just think it works well, because I never need to worry about dealing with speed tiers. And now I do, and now I lose because of them. Okay, hang on. I believe I can kill the Hydro Pump. Actually, no, I don't. This beats me. I lose. Okay. Yeah. Moyle beats Comfey every day of the week, but I need to use it to get... Oh well. Oh well. Good game, Professor Snag. Cool. My opponent's gonna post a replay. I mean, there's a reason I bought Choice Scarf Iron Bundle every week. And I wanted to mix it up. That was a mistake. It was completely a mistake. I also kind of missed the Defiant when I planned to bring Sticky Web, but also to be fair, it's flying type, so that wouldn't matter anyway. But, well. But I expected to lose the match anyway. I just thought I wouldn't. I just thought I'd have a better showing than 0-6, which I believe brings my differential to exactly 0. So that's for the season. So that's fun. But, in any case, I know what the flaw was. I've said everything that has to be said about this match. My opponent prepped better than I did. I won my last match because I prepped well, and I lost this one because I prepped poorly. Oh well. So, yeah. With that said, this has been week 5 of PDL 2024. Good game, Snag. I am 3-2. As long as I win two of my remaining 3, or win 1 with a really high differential and lose the other 2 on low differential, I'll still make. I can still make playoffs. So, we're not out of the running yet. Though, an 0-6 loss certainly does not help. So, until next time, when hopefully I will have a better showing and and just commit to what I've been doing every week. This has been GigaSaurusGames. Hoping you all enjoyed my absolute defeat, and signing out. Bye.